First responders in this province are still pushing for a new medal honoring those who were killed in the line of duty. And we're following up that conversation this morning as we welcome in Nicole Sarauer, who is an NDP MLA for the city of Regina. Thank you so much for being here, first and foremost.
Thanks for having me this morning.
We just had this conversation. It raised some awareness. It raised the bar a little bit. But where do we stand today?
We're still waiting to hear back from the Minister of Corrections and Policing. We think this is a really important thing that we could be doing in terms of honoring the fallen first responders of Saskatchewan with a medal that can be carried down from generation to generation within their family. We're encouraging folks who especially those in the first responder community, but in the wider public, who think that this is a good idea, to reach out to the Minister of Corrections and Policing. Send him an email, CC me as well, and just tell him that this is something that should happen and should exist in Saskatchewan.
I hope the answer to this is it's not a very big number, but do you know the number of people that have been killed in the line of duty, how big of an impact this might have?
In Saskatchewan, it's not an overly large number. I think
that's
the last
good news.
Less than 20, I want to say, recently. But the impact that this would have on families would be massive. It does happen. You can think of a few fallen RCMP members in the last decade. There are a few who EMS members who we've lost to PTSD over the last few years. Police officers as well. We've lost a few to PTSD recently. Horrible situations, all of them. This would be an opportunity as a society to thank them for essentially the ultimate sacrifice, and their families, giving them the opportunity to memorialize them and their service.
Could the government do this now, or do they have to wait till session?
There's no reason why they couldn't start this now. This is a medal that they have the ability to create. It would be a first in Canada, yes, but we think it's an opportunity for us to show leadership in Canada, and something that could be made nationwide in the future.
Can't have you here and not ask you about procurement. That is our top story in the news today. Elena Young bringing forward some information yesterday, says that some of the information the government has put out about how much procurement is Saskatchewan-based is not accurate. What is your stance this morning?
Absolutely, yeah. We have, especially since what's going on south of the border, we've been pressuring the government to ensure that we are, as a province, prioritizing Saskatchewan businesses and Canadian businesses, but Saskatchewan in particular, in our procurement policies. They have told us in the past that it's not a problem, that 90% of their procurement are going to Saskatchewan businesses. We did some Freedom of Information requests, found that the information we've been provided is significantly different than what they've been saying. It's closer to 50%, which is more in line with what we've been hearing from Saskatchewan companies and Saskatchewan businesses, who largely feel left out and ignored by the procurement process. Why
are they not on the steps of the legislative building?
Well, they're doing pressure behind the scenes, that's for sure, and that advocacy work is really important as well. We have been advocating and amplifying their voices and calling for the government to ensure that they are prioritizing Saskatchewan businesses. They're not doing that right now, and it's a real problem. And it puts us at not only economic risk, but with so much international unrest right now, it creates further concern and further uncertainty and further risk for the province.
And we'll hope to hear more reaction on this later on today. Nicole, thank you for your time this morning. And if you do feel that is something that is worthwhile, the First Responder Medal of Service, please contact Nicole or your local MLA.